Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to this new video right here on SUI. While I reset my camera real quick, we're going to do a full update on SUI. There are some fundamental things that I think we need to talk about that I think are very interesting and could lead to something bigger. But we will compare those fundamentals and we will compare what's going on there with the technicals as well. And I've told you in my last video on SUI, that I was relatively bearish, right? And ultimately, like if we take a look at the technicals right now for SUI, I would still say, before we talk about more optimistic things, I would still say it's better to be slightly cautious here, right? There were some signs of some strength yesterday. Yesterday was obviously a pretty good day for the markets. And SUI right now is also still, like, you can see some sort of a shift to the upside, right? I mean, we bottomed out right here Wednesday, the 22nd of October. And you can see since then, the value areas have started to shift upwards. The point of control started to shift upwards. So there definitely is some sign of bullish momentum right here. But this is the 30-minute time frame, right? And on the 4-hour time frame, we are still quite low. We're still below the 4-hour trend right here. So the technicals are very, I guess double. However, fundamentally for SUI, what I thought was interesting is the following. So here you can see a very, very colorful chart. It might look a little bit messy, but what you can see is the total value locked. That's in blue. That is relatively stable. All right. So see that how you'd like. I would argue that's not a bad thing. I mean, the TVL right now is at $2.11 billion. That's practically the same as it was the 18th of July. And what you can see is that the price compared to the 18th of July, can I quickly see that, is trading much, much lower. All right. So we have a TVL that's equal right here. That's equal to where it was right here. So that means that there actually is network growth, right? Because a lot of that TVL is in SUI. So if the price of SUI drops down, the TVL drops down normally. But the TVL in this case is actually relatively stable. So that means that there is network growth in other tokens. And that's partially explained, let me remove that, by the stablecoins market cap. DEX trading volumes are fine, all right? DEX trading volumes are not good, not bad, I'd say. In October, they've actually been pretty good. But the stablecoins market cap has risen exponentially since the start of October, when it was right here at 550 million. And right now it's at 1.15 billion. So SUI is really making progress in the stablecoin industry, in the stablecoin market. It's up 12% over the last 7 days. I think that could serve in the long term. I don't think it has a lot of effect on the price short term, but in the long term, I think that could serve as a massive bullish catalyst. If SUI is one of the major chains facilitating stablecoin transfers, that's incredibly bullish. But like I said, the technicals are not good enough yet, right? And technically, SUI is also not finding a lot of support right here at this level at the 7-day rolling VWAP, where I would have loved to see more support. So unfortunately, even though I'm quite optimistic about the fundamentals, and that's also why I keep covering SUI, and that's also why SUI is still on my list to buy. But given the technical weakness right here, it just seems like some sort of an entity is buying or bidding has not caught up yet with the fundamentals. And therefore, I will have to be on the cautious side and say that I do think it's most likely we will be able to hold support at 2.35, but I think it's more likely we will stay in some sort of a consolidation between 2.35 and 2.65, and I don't see enough technical momentum to expect a rally or a breakout. And I would even go as far as saying that if we get bad news, we actually have a possibility of dropping down into $2. So be aware and be prepared for that as well. But those are my thoughts on SUI for now. I think that's what you need to know. I think that's very exhaustive about what you need to know regarding the fundamentals and technicals for SUI. So hopefully that helps. But for now, try not to think about the price action too much. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.